So our genre of the month for this month is rock music. Now, it's ambiguous as to when rock music started because it grew out of rock and roll, which we know started in the late 1950s, 1960s, and it kind of developed from there and took off on its own strain. So whilst pop music was still happening, rock is a type of pop music, but a little bit heavier. If we were to say that 1970s, the end of, and kind of the beginning of the 1980s was a moment where there were lots of rock musicians, we could say that that kind of was the heyday of rock. Some musicians you might have heard of are Bruce Springsteen, you might have heard of Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, Bon Jovi, U2, The Who. There are many, many different types of rock musician because rock has branched off into so many different styles. It is influenced by blues, folk, jazz and classical genres, and generally the songs have a kind of romantic twist to them, though sometimes it might be a bit angrier. Now the instruments are quite electronic, so we've got the electronic guitar, and this was helped by a technology where it was able to be amplified and put out across a stadium. So it could play to more than just a room full of people, it could play to about 70, 80,000 people. Think of Live Aid and you'll see how many people were performed to by Queen amongst others. So there's hard-hitting and heavy rock, drums with a backbeat on 2 and 4, dum-da-ba. There's bass guitar, there's electric guitar, and generally in the rock era it would have been a male vocalist, although there are some bands, such as with Suzi Quatro, where the rock singer was a female. Now I did mention that rock was a form of pop music, although it was seen by many as a bit more real, whereas pop music was seen as fake and very commercial for people to buy the records to, whereas rock was more about the musicality, hence why you would have guitar solos in the rock music, because they were performing and showing off their technique. Often, some rock songs are used to give political messages or protest songs, like Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA was a protest against the Vietnam War. And from this, we developed many different subgenres of rock, such as grunge rock, garage rock, punk rock, indie rock, amongst loads of others. And with these, the message kind of got a bit angrier, it got a bit more forceful. So they were using the song in order to carry a political message. So what are you listening out for? You're listening for heavy amplified guitar, bass guitar, hard-hitting drums, probably male vocals, there might be some synthesized sounds, a 4/4 backbeat, and it's generally songs that you would want to sing along with and that might have a bit of a political message. Hope you enjoy listening to the many different genres of rock and the different artists. There are so many, so it'd be really interesting to see which ones are your favourites.